In this video demonstration, we will understand the use of Microsoft Teams with respect to online education. First of all, let us go through the objective or the purpose for which Teams was. Microsoft Teams, also referred to as simply Teams, is a unified communication and collaboration platform that combines persistent workplace chat and video meetings. Let us understand the features available in Microsoft Teams. The first feature in Teams is Team. Teams allow departments or groups to join through a specific URL or invitation sent by a team owner. Teams for Education allows admins, teachers to set up specific teams for classes, professional learning communities, staff members, and other. These are the four types of teams that can be created in Microsoft Teams. A class is nothing but a group of teachers and students representing a classroom. Professional learning communities can be any department with specific tasks. Example, it could be an exam section of your college. Another is staff members. This could be a specific department of your institute. It could be IT department, it could be EXTC department, etc. And finally, the last type of team is other. Here, students and college employees can collaborate together to work in interest groups and other professional bodies. The main difference between the other group and class group is the relation between a student and a teacher. In the class team, a teacher will have full privileges while student will have partial privileges for access. While in other group, all the privileges to the students as well as the college employees will be same. Now let us see how do we actually create teams in Microsoft Teams. So this is the desktop application of Microsoft Teams. Here, as you see, there are different tabs for different activities. Here, we are trying to create our own team. So first, we have to click on the Teams tab. After clicking on the Teams tab, we see a page similar to this. Here, there is an icon to join or create a team. Click on this icon or the button. Here you see a create team button. As soon as I click the create team button, I get four options. These four options are nothing but the types of team we just described. Let us first see the type of team class. As soon as I hit the class button, it asks me for the name of the class. Your college could follow any nomenclature it wants. For our example, I am just inputting INFT semester 3. Division A. So here there is an optional field of description. I'm just keeping it empty for now. I'll click on next. It will initiate the creation of the team. As soon as the team is created, it asks for students' email addresses or name of the students. Here, you will have to manually enter each and every student's name. For our example, I am just adding one of the faculty members as student. As soon as you click add, the student is added in this particular class. The next tab that you see on the same page is teachers. Here you have to add a few teachers that you would like to include in this semester's group. For our example, I am adding one of the teachers in this class. Finally, you hit close and it lands to you on your Teams homepage. So this is how you create a new team. Let us go back to our presentation for our next feature. The next feature of Microsoft Teams is channels. Within a team, members can set up channels. Channels are topic of conversation that allow team members to communicate without the use of email. Let us quickly understand how do you create channels within our team. Let us go back to the team that we have created. To create a new channel, just click on the More Options button in the team homepage. Here you see an Add channel. Say for example, I include database management system as a subject in this particular team. I'm keeping the privacy as standard, that is accessible to everyone on the team. Let me add this channel. So all the students present in this team are automatically assigned to this subject. Moreover, we can create n number of such channels for each and every subject. Let us go to the third feature and understand the use of Teams in educational perspective. This is a very important feature that we are going to see. The third feature of Microsoft Teams is education. Let us see how do we inculcate our educational requirements with Microsoft Teams. Let us go back to the page of Microsoft Teams. Let us go back to the page where we have created our team. So in the General tab, we can see a number of fields here. So if you want to assign an assignment to this particular class, I just have to click this tab. The Assignments tab will help me create new assignments that I want to assign to this particular class. Let us try and create a new assignment. So here I get two major options, that is create an assignment or an online quiz. First, let us see how do we create an assignment. Assignment requires a title. So for our example, let me give this title as test 1. The instructions are optional, but it is advisable to give instructions to students. The next important option is to add a rubric. To add a rubric, just click on add rubric and further create a new rubric. You can give a name to this rubric. Let me give a name to this rubric as test rubric. Let me assign some points to each and every rubric. So excellent is 4 points, good is 3 points, fair is 2 points, poor is 1 point. If you want to change the scale, you can add or remove some levels from this particular rubric. To add a particular level to this rubric, just click on this plus sign and give the title to this particular rubric. I'm just inserting a fail, and fail will denote 0 points. Let me attach this rubric with my assignment. So now if you see, this rubric has been attached with this particular assignment. I can assign it to all students or some particular group of students. Here we set the deadline for the assignments. Finally, click on the assign button to create a new assignment. This assignment would be displayed on the students' dashboard of Microsoft Teams. They'll get a button to upload a PDF file or any type of file for this assignment. Further, on the grades section, the faculty will need to grade each and every assignment. This grade will depend on the rubric assigned. So if you see, test 1 was the assignment and its deadline is tomorrow. The student that we added was Indu Anu and she has not yet submitted the assignment. Clicking on these three buttons, we can actually open the student's work. The attached files will be displayed here and we can grade the attached files by giving it points here. We need to click on this test rubric button in order to grade it as excellent, good, fair, poor or fail as described earlier. When the student turns in his assignment, you can see the status in this tab. We can check the assignment that the student has submitted by clicking on the more options and open student work. This page shows the actually submitted page of the student assignment. You can grade the student assignment either by giving it points direct or you can just click on the rubric that we say. For example, I gave a good rating to this particular assignment. As soon as I click good and done, it automatically gives 75 points, that is rating number 3 to this assignment. I click return. This return button will indicate the student that its assignment has been submitted and show the points on his or her desktop. I'll just close this page and return to my Microsoft Teams app. Similarly, you can grade as many assignments as you want. Now let us see the second part of assignments, that is taking an online quiz. Go to your assignments tab, create a new assignment and then press to create a new quiz. Click new form to create a new quiz. It will redirect you to Microsoft Forms application. All you have to do is create a new Microsoft application quiz from this button. You add questions here as per your choice. It could be a multiple choice question, it could be a text question, etc. For our example, let me create a MCQ question. Let the question be test question. You can give as many options as you want. Click on the tick mark to select the correct option among the different multiple choice. You can add as many questions as you like. Finally, once it is saved, go back to your Microsoft Teams page, create a new quiz, and you'll see the form here. The name of my form was Untitled Quiz 2. I'm selecting this form, clicking next, and this will be assigned to my students. The grading pattern is similar. Here, the points written is 0. Why is that so? Because we have assigned 0 points in that particular quiz. To assign points to a particular question, click on the question and you can see a points field here. Just add number of points that you want to assign to this question. For our example, I am assigning 10 points to this question. Once the form is saved, it should reflect on your Teams page as well. I'll just refresh this page and check. Let us just create a quiz again. So I'm selecting my quiz from the assigned form. So if you see here, now 10 points are possible. You can add instructions, etc. Once you click assign, this quiz will be assigned to all the students present in this class. If you move to grades page, you will see a new entry of the quiz. We can export this data in an Excel format by this button. feature of Microsoft Teams is calling. We can initiate a call that could be either a voice call or a video call on one-to-one basis in Microsoft Teams. To do so, just go on your Microsoft Teams desktop app, click on calls, then you can make a call directly. As soon as you hit make a call, it will ask you for a name. A name or an email ID is sufficient enough to make a call. Here, you can either make a voice call or a video call. The next and the final feature of Microsoft Teams is meetings. This is the very important feature of Microsoft Teams. Meeting is nothing but a conference video call done in order to collaborate work. In our use case, let us understand how will we use this feature to initiate a live lecture. For the same, let us move to the desktop application. Here, what I need to do is go to my calendars, pick a date, say for example, I pick 15th, that is a Monday, and just click on the calendar. In the title section, you can add your subject's name along with the topic name. For our example, I'm writing DBMS ER diagram. Add required attendees is an optional field that can be used. The next field is the time and date. So I wanted to create a lecture on 15th of June, say for example, 3:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. So I set the time and date accordingly. The next field is very important. The next field is the most important field here. Here, we need to add the channel which we want to associate the lecture with. So if you recall, we had created a channel for DBMS subject. So inside my INFT SEM3 Division A team, I have a channel called as DBMS. I click on that channel so that all the members associated with that team inside that channel will automatically get an invitation for this lecture. We can add whatever description we want here. Finally, just click on the send button to initiate this lecture. As soon as you click the send button, you see a new DBMS ER diagram activity has been included in this calendar. At that particular time, when you click on this particular meeting, it will allow you to join the meeting. Let us go inside one of the meetings and see what all features do we get in Microsoft Teams meetings. As you see, I have already created n number of meetings here. Let me join this demo 1 meeting. As soon as I click this join button, it will redirect me to the meeting. Let us go through some of the features of this meeting. The first thing here is camera on and off button. If I turn on the camera, the participants in this meeting would be able to see my video feed. The next is my microphone. I can enable or disable a microphone and set it on mute. The third option is sharing my screen, which I am using currently to record this video. In more actions, I have device settings. Device settings help me to check whether my hardware devices are working perfectly or not. Next is show meeting notes. Here I can take notes and share notes of this meeting for future uses. The The next option is for raise hand. Finally, we have a chat box and the number of participants in this chat. This was all for Microsoft Teams. Thank you.